Shut up and sit down.
Hi, I'm Blakey B, and welcome to my review of the Marvel Legends series Titus Build-A-Figure Wave Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Drax figure. This version of Drax is performed by former WWE wrestler Dave Bautista and was created by James Gunn for his 2014 Guardians of the Galaxy film. The original version of Drax was created back in 1973 and was created by Jim Starlin. In 2004, Drax received a massive overhaul where he lost a lot of his superhuman abilities and became the more grounded brawler type character that he is today. This figure comes with the left arm for the Titus Build-A-Figure. He also comes with 3 weapons. 2 knives from the 2014 figure. And he also comes with this rocket launcher. I think this rocket launcher is an impressive piece, but it could do with some paint apps. It's just a solid black plastic, which is a little bit awkward. Also, it's quite a tight fit into his hand. You have to really kind of have a go at getting that in there. But when it's in there quite good. This figure is mostly a reuse of the 2014 Drax figure. I think the only original sculpted part is the head, where he has a shouting expression. Well, you can get some good pictures out of that. I would still prefer to have the more neutral face, mainly because you can adapt it for more situations. Maybe if they included that in as another accessory. The other 2 movie figures in this wave do have interchangeable heads, so it would have been nice to see that for Drax here. So for articulation, he has, I'll take the gun off, he has a ball joint in the head and a neck hinge. You get a decent range of motion, but you don't get any head pivot at all, despite having a ball joint. You have an ab crunch, which goes forward a little bit and goes quite far out. I think that this figure would have benefited better from having a diaphragm joint, mainly because Dave Bautista, if you look at images of him as Drax, I'm not sure if it's a makeup thing or if it is his muscularity, but his abs kind of stick out a little bit more. He has a little bit more of a stomach, so yeah, this figure isn't fully representing that. It is the more standard superhero skinny body type. But still, I like the sculpting on the chest piece. Still would prefer to have a diaphragm joint there. He has the standard shoulder articulation, where he has the 90 degrees, a shoulder hinge, and the full rotation. He has bicep swivel, works good, and double jointed elbows, but it is a little bit of a struggle to get the full range with that. He has rotation at the wrist and a hinge. he has a waist twist, and he has T-jointed hips, and they are very impressive with the range of motion, because you can get him to do near enough full splits. He has a rotation at the upper thigh, which can be a little bit stiff to get working, but works all the same. He has double jointed knees, which don't have a full range of motion, but for Drax, I don't think it is that necessary to have. He has a wrist hinge, no, he has an ankle hinge and an ankle pivot. The ankle pivot is a little bit stiff. For your comparisons, here he is alongside the Entertainment Earth 5-pack Drax, and yeah, I really like this figure. I don't know why. But it does look like the comic book version. And I really like it. I know it reuses some parts from the film Drax, but yeah. And as I collect comic book versions of figures, I'll be keeping this one over this one. Here he is alongside the other movie figures from this wave, the Yondu and the Star-Lord. And I think they scale relatively well. I think Drax could be a little bit taller, but still at the end of the day, they are a decent fit, and if you're a movie collector, I can't really see this being a bad figure to pick up. So all in all, I think this figure is pretty decent. I think if you collect the movie figures, you won't be disappointed with it. It's not fully screen accurate, but it's pretty close, I think. I'm sorry I didn't have the original 2014 version to compare. I've never owned that figure, but yeah, all in all, he's pretty decent. If you like the movie figures, he'll fit in